New breed to the world over. Yeah. The effervescence is more than a session. We apply the pressure. You claim we talking reckless. More wordplay than Merriam-Webster. It's more than a lecture, a lot more infectious. We don't need a mask, just a page with a verse. Enemies fall, catch a fade while they lurk. Marching with the saints, feet planted in the dirt. Time zone change, making moves, time to work. Lost tribes found, now these demons go berserk. Heard my name through the wire, now we on red alert. Now I'm sipping red stripe mixed with bourbon for infirmities. Everyday breathing got a certain sense of urgency. No surrender, no retreat, you gotta feel this. I'd rather hit the kill switch than let them steal this. No surrender, no retreat, you gotta feel this. I'd rather hit the kill switch than let them steal this. Breathe. Try to tell us only hatred can raise men. Blood money made him compromise his faith in. And now he's cursed, surrounded by them fake friends. Time is urgent, don't get caught up in the trade winds. Cause the real would disappear before you make amends. A lot of brothers stranded, taking life for granted. Gonna hold it down and anchor with an anvil. Industry rappers more trash than a landfill. Keep a scroll on my waist, what the plans is. Modern warfare illuminate the canvas. The serpent seed dies, Lord mutilate them bastards. My flow's moving backwards, got them flabbergasted. No surrender, no retreat, you gotta feel this. I'd rather hit the kill switch than let them steal this. No surrender, no retreat, you gotta feel this. I'd rather hit the kill switch than let them steal this. Breathe. Gazing at the sky, holy tabernacle. Endure to the end, it won't be no rapture. Spitting all this acid till it's closed caption. Perimeter shots, like we play for Mavericks. Belly of the beast, we done seen it all. Got the brews dropping truth, check the catalogs. They pointing horns, but we moving like some matadors. Since a youngin' I was trapped, but I'm headstrong. I knew my history teacher was dead wrong. All around the world it's like the same song. Get your ammunition ready for the face off. I seen the whole hood perish from an 8-ball. Full throttle, corner pocket, now they underground. That's a choice for the lost souls. Like the whole entire world is at the crossroads.
Shalom, Israel. It's your boy Nubreed coming through with another live stream. As you enter the chat, make sure you hit the thumbs up on the way in. If you like that particular song right there, it's called No Surrender, No Retreat. And it's from myself, artist name I Am Nubreed. And you can find that song exclusively on SoundCloud. So follow me on SoundCloud at I Am Nubreed. Brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into it tonight. But first and foremost, I got a lot of announcements to make. It's a lot of up and coming events that's about to take place. And I want to make sure everybody is up to speed. I want to make sure everybody's in the loop to what's going on, all right? But before I get into my announcement, let me, go ahead and greet you all the people. What it do? I see Cheese Baller in here. What's good? Anytime in here. What it do? Leanne Diamond, Young Gene, DJ Tatted, just a messenger. That's what it do. I see J. Cole in here. Humble Royal, King Darius, True Love's in here. Man, shout out to all the moderators. Make sure y'all hold it down tonight. Look, we about to have a good, impactful stream. The topic of discussion for this particular broadcast is standing bold in the face of adversity. Yes, standing bold in the face of adversity. We're going to get into it. There's a lot going on in the world. We're going to get up to speed on some current events, and we're going to really analyze what's going on right now in the world, all right? But before we do so, Ari, thank you for the $5 contribution. Highly appreciate it. Before we do so, I got some announcements to make. Ladies and gentlemen, season 2 of the Brew League is coming. For those who are not familiar with the Brew League, it's a momentous music event that we have, and you do not want to miss it. For everybody who loves, truth music, conscious music, spiritual music, not this garbayashi that you hearing on the radio. If you want to hear the real, you need to make sure you're in tune. You need to make sure you catch the Brew League. All right, let me give y'all some dates here. Registration is currently open for all up-and-coming artists. On March 2nd at midnight, registration officially closes. So if you're a truth rapper, if you're doing your thing, and you want your music out there, you want some exposure, registrations close March 12th, midnight. All right, be on time. You understand? All right, so on April 1st, the Brew League draft selections start. All right, so on April 1st, that's when the Brew League draft selections start to see who's going to be chose to participate in the Brew League. So, when you turn in your music, make sure you turn in some fire. You turn in the best songs that you got, the songs where the spirit is talking. All right? April 22nd. That is officially April 22nd at 8:30. That is round 1 of the Brew League. All right? April 29th. That's the continuation of round 1. May 6th. And all of this is 8:30 Standard Eastern Time. Sweet 16 of the Brew League. All right. May 13th at 8:30 Standard Eastern Time. You have the Elite 8 of the Brew League. May 20th at 8:30, the Final 4 of the Brew League. And then May 27th, you have the championship of the Brew League. So if you are interested, make sure you go to InsideTheNationRadio.com, InsideTheNationRadio.com. Go ahead and sign up, participate, and make sure y'all catch it. You're going to have some of the most phenomenal Hebraic artists that's representing to the fullest. All right. Now, secondly, this Sunday, we have the Gird Up Nation's Global Man's Prayer Line. All right. For those who are not familiar with the Global Man's Prayer Line, you definitely need to call in this Sunday. I will be present this Sunday. For those who follow my platform, make sure you tune in. This Sunday at 12 o'clock Standard Eastern Time, more than likely I'll be calling in around 1:30. And this is straight up needed, ladies and gentlemen. This is needed for everything that's going on in the world, especially with people there in Texas. We need strong, fervent men to come together in prayer and pray for those who are out with electricity, people who don't have no electricity, people who, are in real tumultuous times. It is important for us brothers to come together and pray. All right? It's very important. And the number for the prayer line is actually in the description box. All right? It's every Sunday at 12 p.m. It's toll free. The number is 518-425-1876. That's 518-425-1876. And I'm talking about everybody who calls in. Every brother that calls in just ends up being a better man. I'm talking about week in and week out. There's a lot of growth and development in each brother that calls. And it's powerful, ladies and gentlemen, when the righteous stand bold as lions. We legit have to come together and pray together. And that's part of standing bold in the face of adversity, because there's a war going on. In case you don't know, there is a war going on. And also, if you glance in my description box, I have a P.O. box address for all up-and-coming entrepreneurs, for individuals who have starting their own businesses, brothers and sisters who somebody block him child out of the comment section. Thank you, DJ Tad, appreciate it. They see that the channel is growing and the trolls are coming just real quick. They sending the agents over. But there's a P.O. box in the description box for all up-and-coming entrepreneurs, all brothers and sisters who are starting their own businesses. With that, what you do with that P.O. box is whatever your product is, go ahead and send me your product. If I stand behind your product, I will promote your product here on my channel. You just leave a description with what you're sending, and you know, you give it the rundown, and I'm going to help you promote your business using my channel. Okay? Because this is what it's all about. It's about entrepreneurship. It's about taking advantage of everything that's going on in the world and taking the opportunity, I should say, to do better for ourselves, to start to build for ourselves. All right? Instead of, you know, dwelling in the fact that this society is falling, it's time that we get self-sufficient. It's time that we start our own businesses. So my P.O. box is in the description box for those who have product. All right. Now there's a lot to discuss today. I want y'all to go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. Let's allow this video to fluctuate. Let's allow the video to fluctuate because we're going to go into a lesson this evening. And we're going to talk about everything that's going on in Texas. We're going to start off there. And, you know, I don't deal in conspiracies, or I don't deal in conspiracy theories. But ladies and gentlemen, a lot that was going on right now over there in Texas. You know, I'm putting some certain things together right now. I'm piecing certain things together. And I've been doing some research and I've been connecting some dots here. All right. I don't know if y'all familiar with the HARP program, but we're gonna go into some sources. We're gonna go into some sources explaining what the HARP system is. We're also going to go into some news broadcasts. And I just got to go into some sources, ladies and gentlemen, to start this off because, you know, we got to pray against our enemy. When we talk about standing bold against adversity, number one, it starts with the adversary, the biggest adversary of them all. And that's Satan. That's Lucifer. He's our biggest adversary. And it's time more than ever to stand strong and stand fervent in prayer, in fasting, in supplication, in intercession, all of these things to pray against their warfare, their tactics, because it's war. It's war. If you don't understand that you're in a war right now, then your eyes are sealed shut. If you don't understand that right now in this world, there's a war going on, then I don't know what to tell you. Now, let's start off. We're going to go into a news broadcast first and foremost. And this news broadcast was on CBS. And this was 2 months ago. I want you to listen to what was going on in Texas just 2 months ago. Just 2 months ago. I want y'all to listen carefully.
Despite this increase in coronavirus cases in the state of Texas, Governor Abbott once again basically shut the door. Despite this increase in coronavirus cases in the state of Texas, Governor Abbott once again basically shut the door on any more lockdowns. The governor says basically he doesn't think they work. We get underway at 5 with our political reporter, Jack Fink.
Statewide, we're not going to have another shutdown.
Governor Abbott said there are a variety of reasons Texas won't have any more COVID-19 related lockdowns.
There are now known severe medical consequences of that, emotional, mental type consequences to it.
So as you can see, 2 months ago, Texas's governor refused to shut down. Absolutely refused to shut down. They didn't see the validity in shutting down because they believe it didn't work. All right. Now, I just want you to pay attention to that. Let me piece some things together here. They would not shut down. All right. I'm telling you, this is warfare right here. This is straight up warfare.
As well as the devastating financial consequences.
His comments come amid increased pressure by Texas Democrats to do more to stop the spread of the virus. But the governor says the shutdowns aren't as effective as some think.
One of the most common ways that COVID is spread today is not by someone going to work, but by people gathering together in home settings or in casual settings after bars close or something like that.
Instead of more lockdowns, Governor Abbott is relying on a framework he's already set into place. Openings are to be scaled back when a region's hospitals reach a certain threshold of patients being treated for the virus. That happens when the region's total hospital capacity has more than 15% as COVID-19 patients.
And see, man, this is what happens when you have a divided states of America. From each state, there's a different protocol going on. So what you have here is Texas governor refused to shut down, and all of a sudden, never before in history, Texas get hit with snow. I'm talking about Arctic blast. Now we're gonna get into the HARP system because this is quite interesting. True Love, thank you for your $5 contribution. She says, thank you for keeping us up on the important things in life. Love you. Love you too, sister. Highly appreciate your support. Now, all of a sudden, like never before in history, Texas get hit with an Arctic blast. Now, this is just quite interesting right here. It's almost like these satanic elitists are like either you're going to get down or lay down. And they have more than one way to come against the people. In my theory, ladies and gentlemen, I have reason to believe that it is weaponized weather. I have adequate reasons to believe that it's weaponized weather. I don't know if some of y'all been on World Star Hip Hop lately, but there's actually clips of people burning the snow. I'm talking about burning it, burning ice. Talking about bringing a mini blowtorch to straight up ice, and it is not melting whatsoever. I'm talking about it ain't melting. And right there, that just don't seem right at all, right? How the hell ice is not melting? What is this synthetic ice or snow made out of? So just looking at what's going on, we got to piece things together, and we really got to pray against Satan. We got to pray against the adversary, because that's how you stand bold, man. You stand bold. And we're going to go to some scriptures today as well to help us stand strong and fervent in these tumultuous times, because we got to go against these damn devils. All right. Now, I want to play another clip here. A quite interesting clip from the History Channel. The source I'm going to is the History Channel. And it's called The Unexed Plan, Weather Control Weaponized by World's Military. I'm going to repeat that. It's called The Unexplained Weather Control Weaponized by World's Military. Listen carefully.
Bloomfield, Michigan, 1942. As World War II rages across several continents, acclaimed architect and eventual designer of the St. Louis Arch, Eero Saarinen, is secretly enlisted by the United States military to work for a new clandestine organization. Its name? The OSS, Office of Strategic Services, or as it is known today, the CIA.
The fact that Eero Saarinen was in the OSS designing weapon systems.
Now, the person you hearing talking, his name is Travis Taylor, PhD, and he's an astrophysicist. All right.
During World War II, and at a time when the OSS was looking into ways to weaponize weather, makes his whole connection to the design of the St. Louis Arch extremely interesting. Now, that isn't to say I believe it can control the weather, but it does open the door to the idea that it might have been one of the things Saarinen was out to achieve.
While at the OSS, Saarinen designed buildings and weapon systems, many of which were never completed or built. Is it possible he later used these secret plans to engineer the St. Louis Arch, creating something that can actually control, or perhaps...
They believe that the St. Louis Arch actually harvests some type of energy that can actually manipulate the weather. For those who have ever seen the St. Louis Arch, you can look it up. It's like a huge arch, and it's strange looking. When you look at it, you know, you wonder when you ride by that or look at it from a you know, a Google screenshot, you kind of wonder, why do they have this this loop just sitting in the middle of the city like that. But anyway, let's continue.
Harness the weather.
Controlling the weather is the ultimate superweapon. It's even more powerful than the atomic bomb. So Aerosarin was involved.
Wow. Somebody said it's actually taller than the Twin Towers. I did not know that. People said it's a portal, man. You know what? Y'all got me interested in trying to find out what the St. Louis, I mean, what is that? What is that monument? Like, what is it? It's strange looking, right? It's even placed in a strange place. Just weird.
Involved in analyzing and studying the possibility of weather modification. And you put all those factors together, and I think you have a guy that basically conducted a big, giant weather modification experiment with the St. Louis Arch.
Weather as a weapon? There are some who think the idea is not as preposterous as it seems. Especially when considering that even today, many world governments are pouring millions of dollars into research designed to manipulate weather.
I think weather modification has definitely been an ongoing endeavor of governments all over the world for decades.
Yeah, they're about to get in the heart, Jessica. It's crazy.
The St. Louis Arch appears to be an experiment in weather modification. The HARP device appears to be an experiment in weather modification. Who knows what the Russians or the Chinese are doing? There's some sort of technology out there.
There's been lots of work in the field of weather control, using silver iodide inside of thunderstorms to decrease the size of hail. That goes on in many parts of the world to alleviate that problem. They're always firing rockets into the atmosphere in China to manipulate the weather. But is this a good idea?
You wonder if you could steer a tornado. What would it take? Even a nuclear weapon might just nudge it, if even that.
One challenge with that is your shockwave is going to be hard to focus.
Man, these people have found out a way to legit manipulate the weather. It's crazy.
Perhaps, and it might cause the damage you were hoping to avoid with the tornado. I would be looking at how much can I control or change local pressures in the atmosphere near and around the tornado.
These are forces at work that could wipe out major cities. And we're finding out every day new things that we've never seen before. So maybe the lesson learned here is we shouldn't meddle with forces that we don't really understand, because we may not like the result.
So listen, when you get a chance, watch this particular documentary. It shows you that is actual evidence to state that HARP is real. Weather modification is very real. It's very real. Now let's go into what's going on in Texas here. And this is CNBC News once again. All right, I'm going to play this clip and then we're going to go into some scriptures because it's a lot that we got to talk about. We got to spiritually prepare for some things.
Get another day of frigid temperatures and electricity shortages. They also face another challenge, a shortage of water. Millions of people across the state are dealing with disruptions in their water service because of problems at local treatment plants. Here's Omar Villafranca.
We walked in and about 2/3 of the ceiling was collapsed. There was sheetrock all over the floor and water was just gushing in.
Joel Burns didn't have power, but he had flowing water in all the wrong places.
It's disheartening.
This week, Burns says he reached out to 14 different restoration companies for help with repairs, like busted pipes and damaged drywall. All 14 companies declined because they were not available or the job was too big.
Do you think that your insurance company is going to be able to treat you one of probably a million other cases? I think ultimately yes, but it's not going to be fast. We're going to be dealing with this for probably over a year.
And
hey, how many people in this? Is anybody in this chat from Texas? If there's anybody in here from Texas, I want y'all to definitely call in the prayer line. Call in Sunday, 12 o'clock. Definitely call in. Okay, I see Chris Davis. Chris, make sure you call in. We need everybody on board. We're praying for what's going on because we got to pray against our enemies, man. Satan is truly, he's operating right now. So listen, what the righteous do matters, ladies and gentlemen. What we do matters. Our prayers matter. The energy we put forth, it matters. When we stand bold in the face of adversity and we show some togetherness on a worldwide scale, it's going to be needed. People from all over, men from all over, all you brothers who are catching this stream, listen, it don't cost you nothing to call in and get some of this prayer. Don't cost you nothing, all right? So every brother in here, this is what we got to do. We got to come together worldwide and pray. The number right there is, again, 518-425-1876. All right. It's a global men's prayer line. I'll be present on Sunday. We're gonna pray for Texas. We gonna put some spiritual power across, man. All right. And you know, just looking at everything that's going on, the only thing that I can just keep in mind is when Joe Biden and Trump was running for president during the campaign, it was a very interesting, some very interesting monologue between the two. You know, Joe Biden came out his mouth and said, it's going to be a real dark, cold winter. And for some reason, it's resounding that he said that. He said it's going to be a real dark, cold winter. And it almost makes me believe that all this was planned. Now, keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that Texas is the second biggest state in the United States. So what they did was they made a huge statement. It's also a state that's Second Amendment. They big on the Second Amendment in Texas. And that's something also the left wing is coming up against. So, you know, it's time for us to spiritually gird up, man. Straight up. Yeah, somebody said Biden was installed. I agree with you. Yeah. You have this man talking about it's going to be a dark, cold winter, and then all of a sudden, Texas, ladies and gentlemen, Texas get hit with Arctic blasts. Now, y'all got to understand how cowardice Satan is. He always tries to duplicate the Most High. He has no new tricks. He's always trying to do what the Most High can do. You know, the Most High controls the weather, so Satan had to come up with some devices as well, right? I want to go to Isaiah 14:14, where it reads, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. So here you have Satan proclaiming his mission statement is that he will be like the Most High. Now, know that he's a damn copycat. He can never be the Most High. He can only be like the Most High. He can use certain technology to try to duplicate and replicate what the Most High does. But he can never be the Most High. Never. It's me, Mally G, says Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and the power of the might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what we got to do. We go into Luke chapter 21, verse 11. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines, and pestilence, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven. Now, when it says great signs shall be from heaven, it's talking about the skies, the heavens above. When you look up in the sky, great signs would be something that normally doesn't happen. And snow like that from Texas doesn't happen. And keep in mind that all of this is the signs of the Most High sending his son back. This is all signs of the return of Christ. All right? So just know we living in that day and age. We right there. We on the cusp of Christ's return. Straight up. Let's go to 2 Corinthians chapter 4, and we're going to go through 8 and 9. We are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. We are perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not forsaken. Cast down, but not destroyed. Yes, we're troubled on every side. But you know what? We're not distressed. We're perplexed. We're not in despair. We're being persecuted, but the Most High have not forsaken us. We not have been forsaken, ladies and gentlemen. I know that times seem perilous, but the Most High is watching. He has everything under control. Cast down, but not destroyed. All right? Now, it's time for us to be bold. It ain't no time to get fearful. All right? Let's go into some of these scriptures on being bold, standing in a boldness against our adversary. Ephesians chapter 3, verse 12. In whom we have boldness and access with cadence by faith of him. By whom we have boldness and access with cadence by the faith of him. Absolutely. The Most High is going to give us the boldness to face it. Listen, we might walk through the valley of the shadow of death, but listen, our adversary, they're not going to overcome us. Second Corinthians chapter 3, verse 12. Seeing then that we have such hope, we use great plainness of speech. So today, you hear me telling you plain as day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm giving you plain speech to what's going on today. Because, you know, I'm not here to, you know, try to spew out a bunch of verbal diarrhea and talk in circles. Just giving you plain speech, ladies and gentlemen. We have to pray. You know, we straight up have to pray. Let's go to these scriptures, man. Here we go. And we in 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walking about, seeking whom he may devour. Be sober, be vigilant. Your adversary, the devil, a roaring lion seeking who he may devour. So listen, it's time to be sober-minded. And I mean that in every way, ladies and gentlemen. We going against our adversary, and listen, if we fall asleep at the wheel, we bound to crash. You understand? Right now it's time more than ever to be sober-minded out here. To hell with all these spiritual leaders telling you to experiment with DMT and experiment with all these strange drugs. To hell with all that smoking weed and listen, all of that. Listen, you need to be able to think right now. We need to be able to stay sharp out here. Yep, Randy Ann says, focus on health and eating right, cleaning house, no time. Right, facts. It's time, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to really get our minds right because there's war going on. No matter how you look at it, we can't be out here just playing games with the Most High. Because honestly, this hits my heart right here because, man, it ain't nothing like the cold. You understand? It ain't nothing like the blistering cold, man. I don't know if you ever been outside and it's just freezing for just a few hours. You know, and I put myself in these people's shoes, and I ain't gonna lie, this took a toll on me. Just seeing what's going on, it hit me. It hit me, man. You know, I feel for those people. Ain't nothing separating us from them. You understand? Ain't nothing separating us from them. You know, it's people doing without. Like, listen, as God-fearing biblical people, it's time to start really putting our spiritual powers into action. You understand? Because I don't know about y'all, but I ain't fitting to just give up. I ain't fitting to just let these damn demons continue to just come against us, come against our people and destroy us. Whatever I can do, I'm going to do it. You understand? Whatever I can do to help those people. Of course, I don't have means to send thousands of dollars out there. I'm not a billionaire. I'm not a millionaire. And neither are anybody watching this. But why not, you know, we spread positivity. Like this video right here. Why is it that nobody in this chat is spreading? Why nobody hitting the thumbs up when it's a video that you want as many people to call in and pray? Because I'm announcing the prayer line in this particular stream, and you want as many people to call in so we can at least, at the very least, pray for these people. You understand what I'm saying? You get where I'm at with it? It's like it took a toll on me seeing all these people suffering the way they are. We might not have the means of financially supporting these people and helping these people, but I feel like we call ourselves the chosen. We say we God's chosen. We say we spiritual. We say we God-fearing Christians. We say we care about people. We say we empathetic. But simple things, ladies and gentlemen, simple things that we just don't show the support for each other. You understand? You hitting the thumbs up on this video spreads the video. Therefore, more people can call in Sunday because they'll get the message. And more people can pray for those people who are suffering. Nobody's asking for money. Nobody's asking for anything. You understand? Only thing we asking for is you help spread this word. That's it. We're asking that you pray for Texas, man. Because, you know, it's just nothing like, you know, being without having a household that's flooded. Like, I don't know, man. I mean, it make me sick to my damn stomach, man. It does, man. It puts a tight feeling in my stomach, man. But you know what? At the end of the day, we the most highest people. We supposed to be making sure we put our spiritual powers forward. At the very least. You understand where I'm at with it, y'all? Yeah, absolutely. Let me see what you the people got to say. I'm not even going to go live real long tonight, man. Not going to go live real long. I just wanted to come through and really promote some awareness to what's going on, man. Satan is coming against our people, and we got to stand up as chosen, God-fearing people. We really got to do more. Worldwide, man. We have opportunities to reach out. We have opportunities to at least, at the very least, put our foot forward. Absolutely. I see some good, positive people in here. All praises to the Most High. Naima Griffin says, I used to be homeless years ago, so I never take anything for granted. Facts. Absolutely. I've been there as well. I've been there as well. And it ain't a good place to be. It just ain't a good place to be. And I mean, I'm not happy about it. I wish I was a millionaire. I wish I could help families. I wish I could help our people. Like, I just don't have the means to do that. But what I can do, I'm going to put my best foot forward to do it. You understand? And I'm going to put my best foot forward to promote this awareness. If we have a military that literally turn on their own citizens, then that's something that we need to be aware of. If we have militarized weapons that turned on our own people, on their own citizens, notice I say if, that need to be something that we pray against. Because we clearly in those days, we clearly in those times, man. Latasha says, understand, brother, I stand with you. You and your videos have been saving my grace, and confirmation. I only consume your videos. I appreciate God and the knowledge he brings us through. All praises to the Most High. Thank you for your support. Yep. Yeah, somebody said Babylon should fall. Absolutely. It will fall. Yep. If y'all would like to go into some quick Q&A, I don't mind to go into Q&A. If there's anything you want to know what's going on, definitely, go ahead and ask now. I'm willing to do some Q&A. And it could be on multiple subjects. I kind of want to free fall this chat. Maisha says, keep speaking truth. That's the greatest gift you were given. Thank you, sis. I appreciate those encouraging words. I definitely appreciate that. For real. Because sometimes, I feel like, I want to do so much more, It's me, Mally G, post 2 Samuel 14:20. To fetch about this form of speech, have thy servant Joab done this thing, and my Lord is wise, according to the wisdom of an angel of the Most High, to know all things that are earthly. Latasha Marie says, you mentioned people praying to Allah. Is Islam not a true religion? Can you touch more on that? Yeah, Islam is idolatry. Islam is idolatry. That's why in Mecca they bow before the Kaaba stone. All right? The Quran itself is plagiarized. It wasn't until Muhammad, which was an illiterate, visited Judea, and he basically stole his information from the Jews in Judea. All right? How can an illiterate write a book? Before Islam was Islam, Islam was Persian mythology. All right? They was Persian mythology. They served pots, pans, spoons, all kind of idols. Muhammad himself was a pedophile. When you read the Quran, he was dealing with 9-year-old Asia while she was prepubescent. He was a warmonger. He enslaved over 700 black Jews. Muhammad was a criminal. And that's just the truth. So a lot of people be like, what do you have against Islam? It's not the Most High. They plagiarized our book. A lot of you so-called Negroes who follow Islam don't even understand that you're following an Arabic religion. You're following the seed of Ishmael. When you read the Quran, it tells you that we, the Negroes, that we come from the seed of Abraham. So why would I be following Ishmael's seed who didn't have the promise? So that's why we don't deal with Allah. To hell with Allah. To hell with Muhammad. And if you're offended by that, it is what it is. I don't respect your religion, and I'm not trying to fit in with everybody. I don't know what else to tell you. You got these content creators that want to be every damn thing to try to appeal to everybody. You're not getting that from my channel. Y'all know where I stand. I'm not going to sit here and try to appeal to the New Age, to Muhammad, to Islam, to Buddhists, to people who do yoga. No. It's only one truth. All right? So don't expect that over here. I hope that answered your question in regards to Allah. We deal with the Holy Bible. Somebody said, what do you think of the Book of Mormon? Have you read the Book of Mormon? I looked into it and I don't recommend it. I looked into the Book of Mormon and I don't recommend it. If you want to read about white supremacy, then go ahead and read the Book of Mormon, because that's what you're going to get. If you want to read about white supremacy, read the Book of Mormon. If you want to deal with straight up racism, read the Book of Mormon. That's all I'm going to say. Now read it. Go read it. I'm not going to deter anybody from doing anything, because I don't personally speak on things until I do my research. Somebody asked me that about a year ago, and I told y'all I didn't know. Somebody asked me, Breed, what you thought about the Book of Mormon? That was about a year ago. I was like, man, I don't even know. About 7 months ago, I read the Book of Mormons, and I figured out what it was about. Let me see. Shawana says you about to hit 100K. So happy for you, King. Make me a mod. Oh, okay. I'll see. I got to see you in these chats. I got to see you in these chats on a regular. Yeah, I'm about to hit 100K. And when I hit that 100K, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go into a lot. On the day of the celebration, because we're going to celebrate that 100K, I want to talk a lot about YouTube on that day. I want to talk about Black content creators, to be specific. And it's going to be a lesson in everything. And we're going to really build that day. And we're going to celebrate. We're going to celebrate that day. We celebrating. We're going to have some drinks. We're going to have some fun. It's going to be a good day. Yeah, absolutely. People saying congrats. Thank y'all, man. Y'all the people who support this content. Y'all the people who watch it. And shout out to all of the people who've been showing their support. People who send cash apps. People who send super chats. People who get in the comment section of every video. Man, y'all don't even understand how grateful I am of the support that y'all have showed. For real. Somebody said my first Nubreed video was on Popeye's chicken. Really woke me up. Much respect. All praise to the Most High. Absolutely. Yeah. Your first video was that chicken sandwich video when everybody was losing their damn mind. People was jumping through damn windows. People was crashing people's cars to get to that chicken sandwich. It was crazy. I remember that. I remember that video. Maybe I could put together some type of montage of some of the best content when I hit this 100K to have a dope little introduction. And it's much more to come. It's much more to come, ladies and gentlemen. It's so much more to come. It's so much more videos that I'm going to be doing. It's just the beginning. Y'all got to understand, this is just the beginning. And I aim to have a large following. We ain't going to stop at 100K. There's too many people who need to hear the truth. And they need to hear it regardless of how it makes them feel. Regardless of what it does to their emotions. They need to hear it. And so the sky's the limit. I'm not one that's going to be satisfied with 100,000 subscribers. But it's definitely a benchmark that I work hard to get to. I'm definitely, listen, 500,000, a million. I mean, why limit the Most High's word? Why limit the truth? Why put a limit on it? You understand? And I'm telling y'all, man, this prayer line is the truth, man. Every brother that called the prayer line. A lot of these brothers have started their own platforms. after they done built with the brethren for a time period. They done started their own shows. You know how many people get the spiritual food from that prayer line, man? Again, for those who just joining, we have a prayer line. The description boxes has the number. The number's in the description box. And I will be present Sunday. More than likely, I'm going to come in around 1:30. We start at 12, but around 1:30, we do fellowship on the prayer line. And that's standard Eastern time. So if you could call in 1:30 on Sunday, or call in at 12, catch the whole broadcast, catch the whole phone call. But if you call in at 1:30, I will be there. Okay, we got people in Houston. And if you in Houston, definitely call in. Big Heart, thank you for the $5 contribution. Big Heart says, Nubreed, I'm moving from Florida to Atlanta soon. I was asking if you could recommend a good nearby city or area. I heard Decatur is nice. Much love. Absolutely. Decatur is decent. You know, I would recommend somewhere that's ducked off. Me personally, I would recommend somewhere ducked off because that's my preference. My preference is somewhere in the cut. Somewhere like maybe like McDonough, where it's some woods. You know, a nice wooded area that you got to drive a little distance to get to things. That's kind of my scene at this point in time. I still like to have access to everything going on, but I like to be kind of ducked off. And that's just how I look at it. So it's all about, yeah, I like to have the country. Yeah, Alpharetta is pretty good too. Somebody said, what happened with the Jamaica trip? COVID happened. COVID happened. That's what happened. Yep, it hit us right. It hit us right when we had things down, man. But, you know, this summer, hopefully we can get things right and we can reschedule and get things fluctuating, get things moving. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank each and every one of y'all for catching this particular stream. Thank y'all. We're going to be building very, very soon. More content coming. With that being said, shalom and peace.